Hi guys, I'm Seth Muga. We are here to discuss on the physiology of bony fish, and when you look at it, what I've carried here is an example of bony fish, and here we are going to look at different parts of fish and how they function. Again, here when you look at it, here we have gill, and the gills, we have so many parts. We have gill racks, gill filaments, of which we're going to talk about their parts and how they function and how they are being adapted to their functions.
Okay, I'm Simon Nyakuni. I'm going to read about how each part of the gills are adapted to its function. Now, we have three main parts, which include the gill filaments, the gill rankers, and the gill bar. We are going to start from the gill filaments on how it is adapted to perform its function. Gill filaments has the thin walls to allow faster gaseous division. Also, they are numerous to increase the surface area for gaseous exchange. That is all about the gill filaments. We just move to the gill rankers, whereby they are present in two rows which are projecting from both the anterior and the posterior ends. Gill rankers are varied in numbers, spacing, and form to prevent food particles from exceeding the space between the gill parts. Also, they enable the retention of food particles in filter feeders. Lastly, we are going to talk about the gill bar, whereby the gill bar of the fish is curved and they are strong, whereby the gill rankers and the gill filaments are attached. They also offer what we call the support of the gill as well as the blood vessels. That is all. These are the main parts of the fish, as you can see, whereby we have the gill filaments, we have the gill rankers, and the gill bar. As you can see, they are here. Yes.
Yes, this is Eric Ogola. I'll be presenting about the thermoregulation of a bony fish. This is a bony fish, so I'll tackle about how it's adapted to thermoregulation. So a fish is an ectothermic, thereby it is cold-blooded. And when you talk about cold-blooded animals, these are animals that only depends on their surrounding to survive. Thereby, how does a fish regulate its body temperature? The bony fish I'm carrying here regulates its body temperature by maintaining its degrees. It maintains the degrees of the surrounding by using the red muscles. The red muscles function generates heat from the circulatory system. During the circulatory system, there's a warm air that is drawn from the red muscles in the circulatory system. Thereby, the warm muscles are passed across into the body of the bony fish. And that's how the fish is able to generate the warm air. That's all I have for the thermoregulation of a bony fish. That's how a fish generates its body temperature.
I'm Irene Rojich. I'll be tackling about the osmoregulation and the nervous system of the bony fish. So the bony fish nervous system is very poorly, and the brain consists of three parts, that is the foregut, midgut, and hindgut. The foregut of the fish is the one which is responsible for the smell of the fish, and the midgut is responsible for, that is now the midgut itself now is for now learning receptor, that is the learning receptor, and also vision. So the bony fish which is blind adds low midbrain, and the hindbrain is the one which is responsible for balancing on the fish while swimming. So also the other part, that is the spinal cord, and matrix is the one which is responsible for the rest part of the fish. Also in osmoregulation, the fish osmoregulation is that in marine fish they have tissues which is less salty than the water, so they tend to drink more water, but in return the fish produces little amount of concentrated urine, and the freshwater fish, that is the freshwater bony fish, do not drink water because their body is more, the tissue is more saltier than the surrounding, so they tend to produce large amounts of dilute urine. And that is it for today.
Hi guys, my name is Shalom and I am here to conclude on the work that we have just done. We have talked about various ways in which parts of the fish performs its actions, or their actions. We started with the gaseous exchange where we talked about the gills. We all know that the gills are divided into three major parts: gill filament, gill arc, and the gill rakers. The gill rakers are responsible for filtering out the debris so that it does not damage the gill. The gill arc supports the gill filaments, and the gill filaments are the structure through which diffusion occurs. So in osmoregulation, the tissues of the fishes are less salty compared to that of the environment. So water continuously leaves the gills. We also know that they take in so much water and they produce very little urine that is concentrated. So the tissues of the fishes in freshwater lakes or in fresh waters are more salty than the surrounding water. So the water continuously enters the gills of the fish through the mouth. So here they do not take in so much water and they produce a lot of urine that is diluted. And for thermoregulation, we know that they are ectothermic, so they cannot regulate their own body temperatures, and so they work with the help of the red muscles so that they are able to regulate their body temperatures. Now for the nervous system of the bony fish, the brain is divided into three parts. We have the forebrain, we have the midbrain, and the hindbrain. Now the forebrain is responsible for smell. The hindbrain is responsible for coordination of movement. The midbrain is responsible for the vision. Now just to expand a little bit on what had not been touched, we have the digestive system. The esophagus is short and expandable in order to accommodate large food particles. The gastric glands produce the substances that are responsible for digestion of food. We also know that in the intestine is where absorption of food is done. The pancreas also secretes enzymes that are necessary for digestion in the intestine. The digestion ends in the anus. And having said that, that is our project for physiology of the